Rio Ferdinand has been there and won this title now with United on 2 occasions, hoping to lead them to another. But it's all or nothing for Arsenal today. They have to shake off the mental and physical scars of Anfield on Tuesday and produce a performance and a result, well, certainly the latter, worthy of champions to stay in this race. Manchester United can have that very sweet satisfaction of eliminating their increasingly bitter rivals from the race, strengthening their own hand greatly in the process. United know if they lose, Chelsea could be top by next weekend with 2 games to come for them in midweek. Some awesome performances on home turf for United this season. 15 wins out of 17. Only Manchester City have come here and won. Reading the only side to take a point aside from that. Strange to think that they had a slow start to the campaign and didn't win any of their first 3 Premier League games. Contrast that with Arsenal, who won 8 of their first 10. Yet it's United who have hit the front in the home straight when they are always traditionally the stronger. Something Sir Alex Ferguson has always put great store on, being ready for this run-in, and they certainly have been. The mounting goal tally in their last 3 home games in the Premier League certainly confirms that story. 2, 3 and then 4. But there's a manager who does have the edge over Ferguson. Including penalty shootouts, he's won 14-13 against Sir Alex. Not many managers can claim that degree of success. A strong referee needed today. Howard Webb is that man, England's representative at Euro 2008. Has been a bitter feud at times, but it is always the confrontation, by and large, that tends to define how a season runs in the Premier League. Let's take a look at today's team news then. And Manchester United bring back something akin to a holy trinity, with Ronaldo, Rooney and Scholes returning to a side that defeated Roma on Wednesday without them. Patrice Evra also comes in at left-back in place of Mikel Silvestre. Anderson, Ryan Giggs and Carlos Tevez among the options available to Sir Alex on the bench, while Gerard Piqué retains his place at centre-back in Nemanja Vidic's continued absence. Surprises aplenty in the Arsenal lineup, notably Jens Lehmann, who starts in the Premier League for the first time since February. Alex Song is also a shock inclusion, we think, at centre-back, 17 months on from his last Premier League start in Arsenal colours. The axe falls on Philippe Senderos, Flamini is injured, Diaby suspended, the experienced Gilberto is out of the wilderness, and Robin van Persie returns. Well, Sir Alex Ferguson getting his prize for Manager of the Month for March. It's usually the kiss of death, to be honest. And it may be some encouragement for Arsenal today. Cristiano Ronaldo also receiving the Player of the Month award out there on the field as well. There can be no disputing that he has been the defining figure, the star of this season. And Howard Webb has to be strong today, FN, doesn't he?
Yes, lots of pressure on referees. The spotlight's been on them all season, really, as it is, I suppose, every season. But we've got arguably the best referee in the country. No reason why he should be overawed by the occasion. Refereed many a big match.
Well, Jens Lehmann, I thought he was going to quietly slip to retirement, but he's in the Arsenal 11 today. Big surprise. Wayne Rooney will hope to beat him again. Arsene Wenger will hope to repeat the dose last season when Emmanuel Adebayor's single goal was enough to record victory at Old Trafford. And the atmosphere has certainly lifted a notch once more. It's been tingling all day at Old Trafford. You know what the stakes are in this game, more so for Arsenal. It's their season in one day. Rio Ferdinand and William Gallas, the 2 skippers. Well, Arsenal know how high the stakes are today. And he's been there and done it. He's one of the few invincibles still around at Arsenal. Touré, Clichy and Gilberto completing the set in the Arsenal side today. Alex Song, how will he cope with this test today? He's played at Old Trafford before when he was on loan at Charlton last season. That is a major surprise to see him in the side. So underway, Arsenal have never won the league, having lost at Old Trafford along the way. If they do suffer defeat, then they'll certainly be out of it. Worse still, condemned to a third successive season without silverware. Really, WtchMNw, it is all about Arsenal today.
Yes, it's been such a massive week for them, and I'm sure they knew at the beginning of the week, going to Anfield and then coming to Old Trafford, that things would very much hinge on these two performances. So today, performance is required, obviously, to get something at Old Trafford, but the results is the all-important thing.
Van Persie back in the Arsenal lineup, winning an early free kick for the Gunners. First touch for Alex Song, and that will be hugely welcome for him. Toure continuing in the right-back role, which has been something of a bone of contention for Arsenal supporters, especially with Emmanuel Eboué in the side today, as he was at Anfield in midweek.
I just wonder as well if the appearance of Jens Lehmann and Gilberto Silva as well in midfield, whether that's a slight admission of guilt from Arsene Wenger, and maybe he wishes he'd played a more experienced team in the recent weeks. They would have stopped hemorrhaging points and dropped points, 2 points on more than one occasion. That's led to their slip in the table, coming from being first to now in third place. He'd never admit it though, would he, publicly anyway?
I wouldn't have thought so. A lot on this man, Gerard Piqué, was excellent on loan at Real Zaragoza last season, the Spaniard, and pitched into what is almost certainly the biggest game of his career so far. Rooney rising, but slightly misjudging it. Toure away. Adebayor with the first aerial confrontation with Rio Ferdinand. Piqué, he has experience of the Champions League this season. Of course, on Wednesday night he started the game. He's also got a couple of goals in Europe's elite competition this season, so he's no stranger to the big occasion. This is Robin Van Persie. Arsenal's top scorer last season, but has found it so difficult to get a consistent run together with the injury problems he's suffered. This is Clichy, and now Hleb. Arsenal hoping to build the first meaningful attack of the game. Hleb. Trying to pick their way through. It's all very patient, and Wes Brown almost caught sleeping.
Well, we all accuse Arsenal of overplaying on occasion. Wes Brown was sleeping there. Unlucky not to be caught. I hope Eboué's not injured himself. He seems to be running freely. We had an opportunity to whip the ball, and Gaël Clichy decided not to. Just mentioned Van Persie. I think he's been their biggest miss for them this season. His goals and his influence, his creativity. Technically, he's one of the most gifted players in the league. I don't think anybody would argue with that. But that's been a massive blow for them. But other key players, as we know, have been missing virtually all season as well.
Yes, it has even led to little message of sympathy from Sir Alex Ferguson in his programme notes today, admitting it was bound to be difficult for Arsenal with all the problems they've suffered. Very magnanimous of him. This is Park.
Can afford to be when you're top of the table.
Absolutely. Park, always an effervescent presence in this United side, but he's given it away. And this is Eboué. Now Fabregas. And Persie misjudging it. We saw Cesc Fabregas get on the ball for the first time, and United will be sure to try and close him down very quickly at every opportunity to stop him affecting proceedings, because we know, although he's not been quite the force he was, he can certainly affect things.
And Arsenal players have been guilty of giving the ball away cheaply in the opening minutes.
Well, here is Fabregas, first chance to influence things, and an optimistic effort.
And the pitch seems very wet. They were watering it before kick-off as well. The groundsmen were doing their spot repairs after the warm-up. Seems slightly long as well, not as smooth as both teams, I'm sure, would like to see it.
It is a surface that's taken some stick down the years here at Old Trafford. Remember that Sir Alex in his earlier days, when he was still plain old Alex, more or less blamed the loss of the title to Leeds United on the state of the pitch and his failure to sign Mick Harford before the end of the season to counteract it with his aerial presence. Since then, Sir Alex has racked up 9 titles, and he wasn't thanking the pitch for that. And they do play wonderful stuff. It's definitely the 2 best footballing sides in the country, and certainly those amongst the best in Europe as well.
Well, certainly the most pleasing on the eye to watch, but Chelsea would argue with that. Football's all about productivity. And if after 3-4 seasons you've not won a major trophy, then you can't really justifiably claim to be arguably the best team in the country, because there's nothing in the cupboard.
Well, that's certainly true. This is Adebayor. There's a chance for him to rampage at the United defence. Huge amount of ground. It falls for Fabregas. And the first meaningful effort comes from Arsenal, and they'll want more of that.
Well, they give the ball away cheaply to begin with. Wes Brown's a lucky boy. Adebayor runs into trouble in the end, but what's Wes Brown doing? The side foots it straight, perfect pass to Cesc Fabregas, and unfortunately for him, and most unlike him as well, his first touch is just a little bit sloppy, takes him wide, and he's on the rise, leaning back and stretching, and doesn't trouble the goalkeeper.
Well, Fabregas presented with a gift, but Arsenal couldn't exploit it. And Fabregas in possession again. He's seeing a fair amount of the ball. Adebayor, now Van Persie. Boy, making a little run for him, but he'll use Gilberto, captain of the side for so long last season in Henry's absence. It really has struggled to hold down a place in Arsene Wenger's first-choice team this season. And his experience will be welcome today.
You know, hindsight's a wonderful thing, isn't it? But what a lot of people have been calling out for his introduction or reintroduction back into the squad in the last few months, really, not only recent weeks when things have really nosedived for Arsenal. He's had extra composure. Flamini, as good as a player as he is, Roberto just brings a little bit more calm to the Arsenal team, particularly in front of the back four where they have been exposed.
Oldest outfield player these days at Arsenal. This is Ibue, trying to make progress. Scholes, haven't really seen him get into the game as yet. Arsenal have asserted themselves quite well in these early stages. It could all change in the blink of an eye, especially when Ronaldo gets on the ball, but Son involved in the first confrontation with him.
Well, they've been in control of the midfield so far. Arsenal playing their usual formation, 5 across the middle. Adebayor up front on his own, and occasionally he's isolated. Oh, that's a wasted pass from Van Persie. No other options really. Fabregas didn't commit to the run, and it's so hard to outplay them in that central midfield area. And that's why I was surprised with the omission of Anderson today. I thought with his a lot more combative nature than both Michael Carrick and Paul Scholes, we would have seen less of a need to foul as well. And Paul Scholes, does give away a lot of free kicks. So United will be hoping that they don't. I don't think they'll be overrunning midfield. Certainly if Arsenal really get ahead of steam up, can dominate that midfield area, it'll be a difficult afternoon for the champions.
Manchester United are the champions. Arsenal looked as though they would be able to wrestle that crown away when they were 5 points clear as recently as the end of February, but what an alarming collapse it has been for the Gunners. Many pointing the finger at Wenger and his failure to spend money in the transfer window in January and add to his squad.
Well, Wayne Rooney at the moment is a central striker for United, but it wouldn't surprise me to see Cristiano Ronaldo occupying that position even in this first half. And Rooney to move either side of him and Park. They can alternate either wing.
Plenty of possibilities for rotation there. This is Scholes. They're almost able to steal possession back for Arsenal there. This is Gerard Piqué. It is something of a test for some unfamiliar characters at the centre of both defences today. And it's the United backline that has come under more stress so far in the opening 9 minutes. This is Scholes, hoping to win an 8th Premier League title this season. He's making another penetrating run from midfield, but he couldn't be found.
Good play from Rio Ferdinand. Thought maybe Adebayor got himself into position, and in the end he just overran the ball. To shoulder Rio Ferdinand out the way.
This is Ronaldo. First chance to run at Arsenal. Was it handball? Certainly the free kick has been given against Gilberto.
Well, he went to ground early, Gilberto. I don't think it's an outstretched hand, but how Webb gave that well. It is. Good decision.
The upper arm from the Brazilian. You know what this sort of position could mean. Jens Lehmann may well get his first test here if he can actually get anywhere near it.
I know you don't really want to invite more trouble into your box, but it might be wise just to put somebody on the opposing post. Makes it just that little bit more difficult for Ronaldo. As I said, it takes a good view away from the goalkeeper.
It's almost a rugby kicker's step away from the ball there. It is Ronaldo to strike, and the defensive wall does its duty. That's a succession of free kicks now, second in a few moments. Manchester United beginning to mount some pressure.
Well, it's a needless free kick. Howard Webb, is he going to book Adebayor? He's giving him a final warning. There wasn't too much contact there either. There really was no need to touch him. He's going away from goal. Two players shepherding him away. And Arsenal have got pace in their ranks, particularly in the back. They shouldn't really be too frightened by Ronaldo's pace today.
Scholes, Carrick, Brown, Ferdinand and Piqué in the area waiting here for Manchester United. Ronaldo poised. Whipped in and evades everybody.
Well, lots of pace. It's wrong direction this time for the Portuguese star. He goes behind everybody. Rio Ferdinand is trying to close the back door.
For once, he's got it wrong. For once, we see a human side. He's closing in on the 40 mark, incredibly, in terms of goals this season. Ferdinand across to halt the probing run from Van Persie. This is Patrice Evra. A lovely touch from Ronaldo. Never really is carrying the fight here. Trying to feed Rooney.
Not great defender from Adebayor. He's in that position. He's got to follow the left back.
Fabregas. Adebayor. They could be in here. It's Ibue. Clever arriving as well. Adebayor. Crucial block there by Rio Ferdinand.
Oh, what a great block it was. Maybe that's why he didn't go forward. He was the extra body in the middle when Fabregas turns it onto him. Ibue, the lovely first-time ball, and he's just with the outside of the boot. Adebayor, I think he was certainly goal-bound. And if Van der Sar would have had that covered, I think he might have gone over the big Dutchman. Great block from the centre-half.
Well, it seems the blue touch paper has been lit. And it's behind by Brown.
That was a good corner. Gallas came too late. What a chance that was for Adebayor. He just stumbled as well before he made contact. If not, I think he would have loved to have taken that with his left foot and just side-footed back across the goalkeeper.
And Arsenal attacking the Stretford end and hoping for some reward for their efforts so far. Well, Howard Webb unhappy about how close Scholes and Park are. Fabregas to deliver, Van der Sar to come, Gilberto! And it hit Song, and it was a huge escape for Manchester United.
Well, it was. Van der Sar came, didn't get anything on it really. And also they've got to take one of these chances. Great opportunity for Song. As Van der Sar comes, doesn't get a great punch on it. Volley back in by Gilberto, is it? I thought it actually came off Song.
You can't take your eyes off it at the moment. It's Hargreaves. Ronaldo making a move inside the box, and it's Park who got up in the end.
Oh, and he's missed a glorious chance. Lovely ball back across from Owen Hargreaves. Took his time, didn't rush across. After he makes a great run through, Arsenal don't pick him up. Really, Park's got to do better from there. Thought Ronaldo was favourite to take that. Park just takes it off him. He wishes he hadn't done now.
We've seen the first yellow card of the game there for Wes Brown. This is why.
Well, I think he's actually trying to get out of the way. He's certainly not looking to take out Gael Clichy. That's not a full-blooded challenge by any stretch of the imagination.
There's likely to be a few today. Fabregas poised to deliver. Clichy. Fancied the crack. It was comfortably blocked by Wes Brown. Gael Clichy has never scored. This is Ronaldo. And Touré and Eboué between them, and they may have to do that a few times today, doubling up to deal with it.
Well, the kind of situations that Arsenal don't have to panic. As I said, they've got lots of pace at the back. No, they wouldn't really want to, but on occasion they can afford to take Ronaldo one-on-one. Certainly Galas, Touré, Eboué. Song is no slouch, and we know Clichy's he's rapid, isn't he, on the left full-back position.
Wes Brown. Park was pointing the way, but Van Persie in the way. Kleb. Eboué. Adebayor now. Arsenal stringing the passes together. And Eboué in again.
Well, they're picking them apart at the moment, Arsenal, keeping their composure. But for their dominance right now, they've not got that opening goal, which is also important for them. Just get the feeling that if United score first, mentally it becomes a very, very difficult afternoon for the Gunners.
Well, Arsenal are trying to break down the meanest defence in the Premier League, and they're making openings. Conceded just 5 goals here at home, Manchester United, in the league this season. Middlesbrough, Derby, Everton and Manchester City, the only teams to score here. An agitated Arsene appearing on the touchline.
Arsenal get into near the penalty box as well. United penalty box, let fly as well, 20-25 yards out. Fabregas, we know, has got great technique. He's got quite a few long-range goals in the last couple of seasons. Roberto is not a great goal scorer. Leb, well, he doesn't score for somebody so talented. He doesn't score anywhere near the amount of goals he should do.
Fabregas, no Premier League goal though since January. This is Eboué, and now Kleb. Adebayor waiting in the middle. They might have a long wait at the moment. This is Eboué. Trying to play their way through. Fabregas. Awkward for Van der Sar. Comfortable in the end for the Dutchman. Eboué making his presence felt. That's Carrick looking for Rooney and finding. Superb ball. He's got Ronaldo in support. Doesn't think he needs him. In the end away by Clichy. Searching ball there from Wayne Rooney. This is Gilberto and Kleb. Use Eboué again, who's had several penetrating thrusts. Never halting him that time. This is Kleb. Adebayor, bit of space to work with. And he'll get it back. And a meat and drink for Van der Sar in the end.
Oh, lovely link-up play yet again from Arsenal. There we go, lovely 1-2, give and go. Adebayor round Wes Brown. He really didn't know where the big Togolese forward had gone to. Unfortunately, it's a tame finish, the side foot. And he might have just taken a big touch right around Rio Ferdinand. Would have been one-on-one with Van der Sar.
Oh, and Rooney getting in behind here. This is danger for Arsenal. Just caught sleeping a touch, the Gunners this time.
Well, they were all that dominance and no goal. Big ball from Van der Sar, and he brushes aside Kolo Touré. Song is sleeping really. Well, they'd be disappointed with that finish, Wayne Rooney. That's the second clean opportunity they've had.
A wake-up call for Alex Song. Gilberto. Adebayor being hassled by Carrick. It's the striker who wins out. Kleb. 3 in the area for Arsenal. Kleb twisting, turning, but making too much progress. Ibue. Carrick to steal it away, but Manchester United under pressure here, to say the least. It's Toure. Toure just won't give up the fight, but it's Piqué. He thought he'd stepped away with it. Kleb. Adebayor. Gilberto. Wes Brown with the challenge, but it's still not over. Clichy. The pace is absolutely breathless at the moment. You don't think we were in the first 20 minutes. Just had that. Arsenal certainly really asserting themselves here. And Wayne Rooney asserting himself in the way we don't really want to see it.
He's a silly boy, Wayne Rooney. Whistler gone already. He's lucky not to get a yellow card. Toure's already on his knees, got his ball in between, protecting it. Well, nice to see good sportsmanship to Ibue.
Where's the joint most booked United player? Well, Wes Brown has just stolen ahead in that particular contest today. Booked 6 times, Rooney. Arsenal satisfied with their efforts, but no reward for them as yet. Certainly 1 or 2 warning signs as well, as they have to go for this. This is Fabregas, but Carrick is in there with a foot in.
I think WtchMNw will be the more worried of the 2 managers right now, because they've been a better team by far, no question about that, but they've not taken any kind of advantage so far.
United pick them off. Not only that they're playing against a mean old defence in Manchester United, but they're also playing against a side who can counter-attack like lightning. Adebayor being fleeced by Rio Ferdinand. With a loss of concentration. And it's invited Arsenal to regain the momentum. Ibue.
Yet again, lets them down in the final third, that final ball.
Plenty of promising situations on Tuesday night, didn't he, Emmanuel Ibue, and couldn't make the most of them. Brown will get there ahead of Clichy.
Well, Clichy completely pulled out of that challenge. That was amazing, 50-50 ball. Saw Wes Brown coming, maybe saw the whites of his eyes.
Ronaldo's potentially in behind here. Song has to time that right and hasn't. Rooney! Well, Alex Song, again, a little uncertain.
What a fantastic ball from Patrice Evra. That's the ball of the game. Great skill from Ronaldo, skips it over Song. Rooney really should score, he just didn't open his body out. And the side foot, good save from Jens Lehmann.
In there, Piqué, Brown, and it's to the confrontation between Brown and Toure that Howard Webb's attention has been drawn.
It just didn't help Wayne Rooney that he was so close in the end to Ronaldo when he played the ball.
And what an opportunity for United to strike. It's Adebayor on defensive duty for Arsenal. As you mentioned before, Efan, if United do strike first blood here, then it really is going to be an almost shattering psychological blow for Arsenal. They have had a decent record at turning games around in the last couple of seasons. Indeed, they did to victory over United at the Emirates last season. In their current state of mind, it might be a much more difficult task.
I was going to say, things are slightly different, aren't they? Tail end of the season, after some shattering defeats in recent weeks. A lot harder. Mentally, they're a lot more jaded than they have been in big clashes.
This is Park. The touch. Wanted a decision, but it's Clichy who steps away. Percy holding off the challenge of Carrick. Clichy once more. Gilberto. Again, uncharacteristic slip from him. The tension of the occasion can play its part even for these seasoned campaigners. There's one who fits that bill perfectly, Paul Scholes. Hargreaves, Park. United slip into gear now, having been under the cosh for much of it. Searching for Park here. Lehman able to read the danger.
Well, as well as they can inject pace into the game, United, with Rooney and Ronaldo in particular, they need to really get a grip to the midfield at the moment, and Carrick and Paul Scholes, the game so far, slightly bypassing them. Well, there's a guy who can change the face of a game.
What a run that was on Tuesday night against Liverpool in the Champions League. It seemed that it was almost going to be another Michael Thomas moment between Liverpool and Arsenal, with just a few minutes left. That's a second away goal which put Arsenal within touching distance of a Champions League semi-final.
I'm sure we'll see Theo Walcott today. Just at whatever stage of the game, or whatever stage Arsene Wenger feels that he needs to introduce him.
And certainly, if he does introduce him, hope he can produce another moment of inspiration like that. This is Rooney. Just couldn't quite find Scholes.
Yeah, Rooney's not happy because he felt he should have got a free kick, and when he gave the ball away a second or so later, felt there was no advantage. And we've seen that played quite well by referees in recent weeks.
And safely back to Van der Sar. This is Carrick, who's maintained a place in many of the big games this season. Ian Hargreaves has occasionally found himself out of favour, but he does have a bit of a niggling knee injury. Up towards Park. And so Toure able to tidy up after a fashion, at least. And they call him Three-Lung Park because of his tireless running. And it's quite inevitable that the England manager will want to take in proceedings.
Could be calling him Two Cars Capella because he was at Anfield earlier on, taking another game.
He does get about, doesn't he? Well, he couldn't miss this one. Van Persie winning that physical duel. Gilberto. Mike Slev. Prefers that role just in behind Adebayor. This is Ibue. Kleb again, looking to feed Adebayor, a chance for him. It's not what he wanted.
Arsene Wenger cannot believe how well his team is playing, and they're not one goal up. Yet again, lovely movement. Ibue moves out of the way. Kleb picks out a pinpoint pass to Adebayor. It's a really poor finish.
You have to wonder whether the haircut has curtailed his goal-scoring powers in the Premier League, because he hasn't got one in the league since.
Well, if he's superstitious, he won't do it again.
He's had a few attempts already today in redressing that balance.
I think it's noticeable as well that the Arsenal midfield don't quite have the legs they had a couple of months ago at Fabregas. There's no Flamini today, but Kleb as well, not able to make those forward runs beyond Adebayor, beyond Van Persie. They were doing very well, certainly before Christmas.
Arsene hasn't had the similar luxury that Avram Grant and Alec Ferguson have had in being able to rest many of their key players at crucial times earlier in the season. Manchester United always fresher at this stage of the campaign, it seems.
We know that, but it's a luxury that they could have afforded themselves with a bigger squad. Simple as that.
This is Adebayor. No one arriving to take advantage of that.
It wasn't the worst crossing in the world. Emmanuel Ibue on the far post, but no attempt to really go for that cross.
This is Van Persie. Certainly fought hard to win that one. This is Kleb trying to cut a sway through the United defence. So it all breaks down at the feet of Ibue, and it briefly becomes a hot potato, the football.
You can feel the tension around Old Trafford. They know they're in for a game today, and even if United manage not to lose this game, they'll still feel it. It's 2 points dropped if they don't get the victory, and just how close Chelsea are behind them.
The gap would be 4 points, and it's a gap in the event of a draw, and it's a gap that Chelsea could overhaul. They could be top by the time United are next in action if United don't win today. Chelsea at home to Wigan tomorrow, Everton on Thursday. United with a not easy trip to Blackburn next weekend.
Well, we know that Chelsea can cope with their squad. A tough fixture schedule that they've got in the next 2 weeks or so.
Sleb looking to take on PK, and Scholes. It's a terrific run. And Percy's still bandaged up, but certainly made a difference to the Arsenal side today. It's Clichy. Ferdinand's outstretched boots. It's Gilberto to hit. And he's yet to score this season.
Yeah, it's not played many games. Yet again, it's not a pretty finish. And Arsenal have been wasteful in front of goal so far. That's not an easy chance. We're now 25 yards out.
Gilberto did get plenty last season, mostly from the penalty spot. It should be added, 11 in total in all competitions. It's amazing that he can be first choice for Brazil and not first choice for Arsenal.
They all count, don't they? Spot, free kicks, off the knee, off the chest, anywhere. So a few more off the knee, off the chest.
This is Alex Sleb. Arsenal just haven't been able to find that breakthrough. They've certainly been the better side by some margin in this opening half an hour here at Old Trafford. Gallas on the surge. And Percy taking over. Towards Fabregas, it was Carrick's clearance. And Park with plenty of industry in the midfield area there. Ronaldo fortunate, but now he's on one of those trademark runs. Park hoping to pick up the pieces, but Gilberto, the midfield enforcer.
Good cover from Arsenal.
That's Sibue who's down.
Simi rescued his situation. Ronaldo was threatening to come inside the two of them. And then Gilberto helps out, third man. There's Ronaldo, ball at his feet, the most dangerous man in the world. Arsenal do well, they cover. Oh, they actually fouled De Bruyne. Takes his legs away from him. Howard Webb was right there and doesn't see that as a free kick.
He is the golden boy, Ronaldo. 3 away from hitting that 40-goal mark. And he hasn't had too many sniffs of an opportunity today. Looking to nurse Alex Song through it a little. Only 21, he's a tough tackler. He's certainly got some experienced men around him to make sure he keeps his game in shape. Well, what language are they speaking here?
It was French. It's now Belarusian and German. Well, Alexander Hleb, I think, is fluent in German as well, so there's a mixture there, isn't it?
Absolutely, from his time at Stuttgart. Theo Walcott could be a key weapon for Arsenal today. Ibue not in the ideal state of health at the moment as he trudges off.
It's amazing how small decisions can change the whole course of a season. When Arsenal were leading 1-0 against Chelsea and managed to lose the game 2-1, you always felt that. I certainly felt that if Walcott was introduced at the time when they were a goal up, just as Chelsea were making substitutions with Anelka, etc., they could have brought on the likes of Walcott to stretch the Chelsea defence. It could have been 2-0, they could have been home done and dusted. When Rafa Benitez made the changes just after Arsene Wenger made them, you see the difference it had, and Babel came on and was able to tilt the tide in Liverpool's favour. So just those small things, it might only be 1 or 2 throughout the season, and then end up bringing you silverware.
Ibue back with us. It's Ronaldo. Carrick. Gerard Piqué. Arsenal giving this everything so far, but the reward has not come their way, and it would just be like Manchester United to pick them off and nick one before the break.
Yeah, well, physically Arsenal look very fresh at the moment. As I said, I know if they go a goal behind, mentally will they have the resources? And all of a sudden you can become tired. When you weren't before, if you go a goal up and you know things are going your way, you could play for another 2 days non-stop.
Patrice Evra penalised. Another Arsenal free kick.
Lots of these United boys have been in this situation before. Oh no, okay, they're not playing well, Sir Alex. It seems a strange way. He'll probably be quite pleased. He knows his team have been outplayed so far. And not a goal behind, and there's a lot more to come from them, I'm sure.
Adebayor with a dominant leap. Arsenal, it would seem, cannot afford to go behind, but taking the initiative again here through Hleb. Adebayor to his left, big chance! And he couldn't beat Edwin van der Sar.
Well, these chances could be Arsenal's season. Yet again, United give the ball away cheaply. Alexander Hleb has been a star performer so far. So silky footwork. There's a lovely ball for Adebayor. I thought he could have taken another touch. Decided to go first time to tame finish.
Well, United should have been punished, and they may get some payback here. It's Rooney on the surge! And it just took a nick on its way through, and United have a corner, but Arsenal breathing an almighty sigh of relief there.
Well, lucky Arsenal. Alexander Song doesn't control that ball. Rooney's away, nearly brought down by Toure. It's a good stop from Jens Lehmann. He comes out quickly. He spreads himself. Rooney can't believe he's missed. We could have had a couple of goals for either side.
And Rooney could have had a couple himself. It's Rio Ferdinand steaming in. It's Jens Lehmann with a crucial save for Arsenal. Keep their season alive.
Yeah, 2 big saves he's made. There's the earlier chance. Lovely footwork yet again from Alexander Hleb. Adebayor, well, he doesn't do anything. Doesn't go sideways, doesn't blast it. These are glorious opportunities for the Gunners that they're not taking. Wayne Rooney keeps his balance. Could quite easily have gone down under pressure. Jens Lehmann stands up big. And it just comes off his heel, off the side of his foot. He's got to go down. It's a great stop.
Rooney staying on his feet as he did in a similar incident at that end of the ground in the game against Liverpool. And Jens Lehmann keeping Arsenal's hopes alive. Just the title race.
Just to find his selection.
And it has been a surprise selection. But certainly Lehmann will feel it's the right decision. He's not backward in coming forward in that respect. This is Rooney. It's Scholes arriving, Park beaten to it, Ronaldo. Clichy away. It has been a pulsating contest, and Manchester United hoping to put their foot on the gas for a spell.
Well, United at the moment at their best on the counter-attack. And Wayne Rooney's had 2 of their better chances. So Alex, well, he's usually got that same kind of stare, hasn't he? So we don't know whether he's happy or sad. Contemplating his half-time team talk, I'm sure.
Well, he knows that Arsenal have had the lion's share of the play, but United have had their golden opportunities to take the lead as well. This is Clichy.
Well, it almost seems as if United are happy just to play containing football, and Arsenal are the ones who have the greater need.
And Percy late. And a booking is going to follow here.
That's harsh. It's his first challenge of the game. It's a 50-50 ball there to be won. Maybe West Brom is slightly favourite. Still a yellow card, just to follow through. West Brom almost comes into him as much as he goes in to the Man United fullback.
It might have been painful, that, for Robin van Persie. Towards Rooney, can Song win it? It certainly has been a very interesting choice from Arsene Wenger, that preferring Alex Song to Sendros at centre-back today. This is Aboué.
Tommy, have you seen anybody with better control and balance than Alexander Hleb in the last couple of seasons? Certainly not any central midfielder or attacking midfielder.
I'll be with you on that one. It's Evra out of the tight spots. PK to bring it away. Park wanting it. Fall for Carrick here.
Delayed too long, PK. And he got too close to Gilberto.
This is Paul Scholes, so capable of picking the killer pass. And so we'll use Hargreaves this time. Now Ronaldo. Oh, an extravagant touch. Can Hargreaves find the delivery? Song turning it behind. And the noise level lifts again. in the shape of Ferdinand, Piqué and Wes Brown. And it's Adebayor to hack it away. Patrice Evra to pick it up. Rooney.
It's a risky ball. Fired it straight past Lale.
In towards Ronaldo and Piqué, who stayed up there. Carrick. Away by Song in the end. It's been a pulsating contest so far and into the final 5 minutes of this first half. Who is going to find the first breakthrough? It's Van Persie. Searching for a Bouet, but that was not what he wanted at all.
Wanted to play that ball about 10 seconds earlier, decided against it.
This is Ronaldo. Going through extravagant touches, but it's not been the Cristiano Ronaldo show so far by any stretch of the imagination. As it has been for much of the campaign. Paul Scholes. Ronaldo again.
They both have a great need, and maybe that's why United are showing signs of nervousness.
This is Hargreaves. They find the cross. Goal kick will be the end result. We've seen him much more in an attacking sense of late, certainly on Wednesday night against Roma.
Super performance from Hargreaves that night, and a super performance from Jens Lehmann so far. There's nothing wrong with a big brooding goalkeeper, is there? Will be a worrying man, Sir Arsene Wenger. His team have not turned their dominance into at least one goal.
Adebayor's had enough chances himself, hasn't he? The man who scored the crucial, well, it didn't turn out to be that crucial, the winner here last season. United losing twice to Arsenal in the league last season and going on to win the league. Rooney finding Scholes, but then Scholes, uncharacteristically, not picking out the final pass. This is Fabregas. Hope here for Arsenal. He's got Hleb and Adebayor arriving. And Adebayor! And Assar down bravely.
Well, he could have actually played that with his left foot, says Fabregas. There's the opportunity. Adebayor's got to run on Michael Carrick. Just take a swing with your left foot. That's a difficult ball, always arcing towards the goalkeeper. In the end, it's a comfortable stop for the big Dutchman in goal. Good opportunity for Arsenal yet again.
For the first Premier League medal, Cesc Fabregas was around during the era of the Invincibles, but didn't play a league game. Clichy did. Here he is. Hargreaves. It's 4 years since Arsenal were last top of the tree in the Barclays Premier League. Certainly on top here. Fabregas. Blocked by Evra.
He was forced into a shot then, says Fabregas. None of options, nobody coming up on the right side. Bouet was in field.
Just over 2 minutes remaining for this first half. It's always psychologically a great time to get a goal.
Sometimes can work against you if you score just before half time, including the domination. If I've been on top, as if you want an extra 10 minutes to cement your position.
See just before the interval doesn't do you much good.
No. Worst case scenario.
This is Gilberto. Touré to retrieve. For all Arsenal's assertiveness and their opportunities, they've still drawn a blank. What a play. Kolo Touré, longest serving player now at Arsenal. There's been such a turnover of players in recent years.
Sorry, Dan, first signs of discord. Arsenal fraternity. Hleb wanted that ball inside.
Wes Brown? Still a lot of questions about his future. Contract up. Another play from Gallas. This is Scholes. Arsenal fans making their voices heard for perhaps the first time. To our right-hand side. It's Rooney's ball in. Over the head of Ronaldo, but Park can pick it up. Ronaldo again. Staying on his feet amongst the challenges. Hargreaves trying to win it back. Brown does. Never wants it from Carrick, and he can find it. Rooney within range. And Lehmann tested again.
Another cleaner strike from Wayne Rooney. May have just been going wide, and as Lehmann decided to take no chances. There you go, lots of time. Late to Colo Torre, I think it was.
Lehmann safety first. 2 minutes of added time and we're into those. Adebayor. Clichy. Brown's block to prevent it reaching the growing numbers in the Manchester United penalty area. Really hoping to give Jens Lehmann something to think about, but
two tight-looking fullbacks there as well. Gary Clichy still struggling to get back over the halfway line. If Wes Brown was determined to make that run, he could have got onto the end of the Wayne Rooney pass.
They have put so much into this first half, Arsenal, and particularly when you think about the efforts they put in as well on Tuesday night, you wonder how much there is in the tank.
He's bound to show at some point. As I said, the goal all of a sudden will make you a little bit less tired than you were.
This is Ronaldo. Going to get the better of Clichy, and has his first real effort on goal in the game. One for him to remember. And that free kick which smacked into the wall as well.
It's been a good half. Certainly not the pulsating atmosphere we had at Anfield.
It is a special place on those European nights, Anfield, isn't it? And it's another big one to come for them against Chelsea. This is Toure. Can get the better of Evra. The Frenchman still battling to get away, but he's certainly won that particular duel. Now Rooney, again looking to put pressure on Alex Song and see if he's up to it.
There's so many good athletes on show today. That one-on-one, they're not afraid to defend against one another. But at some point, somebody's going to make some mistake. Very often in these big games, a mistake as opposed to brilliance will open the door.
Michael Carrick. And Gerard Piqué. Half-time interval comes. And Emmanuel Adebayor has had a great number of chances to give Arsenal a potentially priceless lead, although Jens Lehmann has also come to the Gunners' rescue with at least one crucial save from Wayne Rooney, who's had his moments in front of goal as well. It's been an excellent first half, but so far no breakthrough in this vital battle. It's Manchester United 0, Arsenal 0. Arsenal have done much more than hold their own in the first 45, but could their lack of ruthlessness in front of goal come back to haunt them? Certainly it almost did in that first half, when Wayne Rooney had a couple of opportunities to give Arsene Wenger real concern. Changes on either side as we prepare to begin the second 45. It is a second half here that will define Arsenal's season. They've wasted opportunities in front of goal in the first 45. They live to regret that in the second as Manchester United attack the Stretford end. United leading the way in the title race, but it is as thrilling a race as we've had in the Premier League in recent years. He has yet to really impose himself. Wayne Rooney has had more than a sniff of an opportunity in front of goal.
We never know exactly what the managers say at half-time. I think Alex Ferguson's words might have been echoing, "Look, keeping composure. We know that Arsenal really have to force the issue, and we can pick them off the longer the game goes on. As long as they don't commit any silly mistakes in the final third, United give the ball away too cheaply. Still feel like they're in control of this game in many ways.
Well, we have seen one or two moments of nervousness from Manchester United, strangely, at the back. Wes Brown with a present for Cesc Fabregas early on. This is Abue making plenty of progress, and the referee's assistant influencing the award of the free kick here.
Yeah, the assistant referee gives that. No, why doesn't Hal Webb? He's in as good a position to see that. Completely clear view. It's a clear trip from Patrice Evra. There's no complaints from the left back at all. Tackle from behind, is that any worse than Van Persie's just before half-time? Don't think so.
Well, Van Persie did go into the book, but Howard Webb not resorting to it on that occasion. What can the Dutchman do here? What can he produce? Well, he's fooled everybody. It's Kleb. Fabregas trying to pick their way through. And Persie to take it on. Four in the middle. One of them is Adebayor! Pure goal for Arsenal. Emmanuel Adebayor with the crucial touch, and they lead less than 3 minutes into the second half.
Well, I think he just comes off his chest in the end, but nobody can say that that goal wasn't coming. United have been stung the opening seconds of the first half. I thought they wasted the opportunity, but give credit to Van Persie. He doesn't give this ball when it comes out. There's that big touch right round the back of Cristiano Ronaldo. And well, now he gets a clean contact on it, Adebayor. Well, what United doing? The goalkeeper, well, he looks as if he's going to come for the ball. Ferdinand leaves it. Did he get a shout from Van der Sar? Carrick almost pulls himself away from it. He does, and Adebayor nips it into the net. And Arsenal deservedly, at last, finally, they take the lead.
The hand of God, maybe. It looked as though the telling touch was from the forearm of Emmanuel Adebayor. Arsenal will not care, but there are bound to be inquests.
Well, no complaints from the Man United defence. I think it was a clean header. His own was, I think, just to balance himself, because it looks as if he slightly overrun the ball. I don't think he could believe it actually got through to him.
Well, it's what the neutrals would have wanted. It is certainly what Arsenal craved, and now Manchester United have to find a way back into this.
And it's definitely what Arsenal have deserved.
This is Park. Well, can't say that Manchester United haven't been warned, but there will certainly be real question marks about what happened at the back. And certainly question marks as to what part of the body Adebayor used to turn it home.
Such a cheap goal to give away. I thought Van Persie was going to bend that free kick into the box. He took everybody by surprise. I think some of his own teammates as well. Led dilly-dallied on the edge. And when he came back to him, certainly was full of conviction, Van Persie. And taking that right round the back and putting it in the super cross.
A bit of ingenuity eventually paying dividends. Van der Sar beaten. Arsenal in front and back into the title race as it stands.
And the third time in almost as many weeks they've taken the lead against one of the big boys, if you like, Chelsea and Arsenal and Liverpool. And on both those occasions they've surrendered the lead.
It certainly isn't over. It certainly isn't over. And this is Kleb. Arsenal really got a taste for it. Adebayor. Gilberto busting a gun in the middle. Oh, Ferdinand! Oh, what an escape for United. And Edwin van der Sar denying his teammate from putting Arsenal 2 in front in spectacular fashion.
Unbelievable. Full credit to Van der Sar because he stays alert. And he had to be. Ferdinand goes with the wrong foot, with the right foot, just trying to guide it to safety. Nearly puts the Gunners 2-0 up.
Well, it really has sprung to life now if it hadn't already. The Stretford end hoping to do its usual job. WtchMNw ball into that net down the years for United in their quests for league titles in the past.
This is up. We can't leave that to go through to the goalkeeper. He's going harmlessly toward, well, maybe Cristiano Ronaldo could have got onto the end of it. No complaints from the Arsenal captain.
Gallas has gone into the book, and have Arsenal hit that self-destruct button yet again. Just stepped into the penalty area there ahead of time.
Yeah, by about 3 players. Gallas from Arsenal Park and Wayne Rooney, I think. And that's his favourite side as well, Cristiano Ronaldo. So Jens Lehmann has been warned. We'll see a glimpse of what may happen.
Jens Lehmann, he's never shy of having a word or two, and he's talked himself into the book here.
Well, maybe that's a yellow card we're taking, just to try and unsettle Ronaldo. Now will he go the other way?
Take 2 for Cristiano Ronaldo. They're level. Arsenal's lead lasted less than 6 minutes. And joy unconfined at Old Trafford.
Well, he did keep his composure. The same side, there's a disconsolate figure. Not that one, the one before, William Gallas. It doesn't even seem like 6 minutes since they scored. Great penalty this time. Keeps it low. Yeah, Jens Lehmann almost got fingertips to it. Maybe even overdived it, if you like. Just goes under his hand, I think. There's so much pace on that ball. And huge relief for Sir Alex and his team.
Arsenal swarming forward here. They need another now, and they need it quickly. Fabregas. Anderson and Tevez waiting on the touchline here for Manchester United for their introduction. And suddenly a Courtney-like atmosphere at Old Trafford. Silenced by Adebayor's goal. Less than 3 minutes into this second half, and they're back on song now.
Well, he must have made his mind up, Sir Alex, to make this double substitution even before the penalty. Or if not, it's a supremely quick reaction to that penalty.
And it's Paul Scholes who will depart. And the man who may well prove to be his long-term replacement, Anderson on. And Ji-sung Park also departing. Carlos Tevez joining the fray.
Well, no surprise to me at all there, Dan. That Scholes has left the fray. It's been ineffectual all afternoon. Park's not had one of his better days, but certainly centrally this guy, such a bull with his back to goal, going to be able to bring people into play very well, Carlos Tevez. And you know what, this is the time, I said it before, that Arsenal need to be a bit more proactive even when they're in the lead. Didn't hold the lead long enough, but maybe it's Theo Walcott time.
And we'll see if Arsene Wenger retaliates with that particular decision shortly, but it really has come to the boil in more ways than one here. And a booking for Alex Lepp.
They need to keep their composure, Arsenal. There's a free kick. Oh, silly boy.
Alex Lepp, the 4th Arsenal name in Howard Webb's notebook. 2 in a very short space of time surrounding the penalty decision for Gallas and for Lehmann. To add to the one for Van Persie, which was pretty harsh in the first half.
Well, Sir Alex has always been brave with his decisions anyway. But I think as soon as that penalty went in, he sensed blood, as I said, maybe even before they'd equalised.
Well, we wondered what sort of psychological blow it would be to Arsenal if they did concede. We will now see what they're made of mentally. The United support sent blood. In towards Ferdinand, it's Gallas. And another corner to defend. I wonder whether his little rant at the end of the Birmingham game, his sit-in protest, was a turning point, which signified that the title was slipping away from Arsenal. It is at the moment. Adebayor back there, it's Rooney to hit. Didn't get hold of it at all. Carrick foraging. The decision is a goal kick this time.
And Adebayo nearly pays the price. He allows that ball to bounce. He decides not to clear it. Michael Carrick nearly makes a telling contribution. Wayne Rooney on the half volley completely miscues it. The ball bounces, and you've got to deal with it quickly. Lost the safety in the end.
Up goes Ferdinand, who I'm sure was puffing out his cheeks in relief a moment ago when he nearly beat his own goalkeeper. Now then, has Gilberto gone down somewhat easily there? Certainly Owen Hargreaves thinks so.
Maybe just an accidental hand into the face. Hargreaves is not happy there. Gilberto wins the ball cleanly enough. No, there's no contact there. He's already got the free kick before he actually goes down.
Gilberto milking it a touch, and it's riled the relatively placid temperament of Owen Hargreaves.
This is where Gilberto just might come into his own and show his composure in that central midfield area for Arsenal, because they've certainly not shown composure when they've taken the lead in recent weeks.
Just confirming there the Gallas yellow card in the aftermath of the penalty award. It's Van Persie. Can Hleb get on that? And the whistle is gone.
Well, why didn't he wait to play advantage? He looked if he was. He looked where the ball was going. He saw that Hleb had actually got onto it. And now Adebayo takes a touch and he's through on goal. It is a foul. He doesn't give himself any opportunity, however. He does give himself the opportunity, then changes his mind. Arsenal feel slightly aggrieved with that decision.
They've got no sort of advantage from the situation. Arsene Wenger making that point to Peter Walton, the fourth official. But Carrick going into the book. It's 6 in all now.
It's more like it now. It's more like an Arsenal-Man United game.
Well, no surprise that it's got that little controversial edge to it as well. Fabregas to deliver, away by Piqué, and now Tevez, little warrior figure. Carrick away, and out of play. Theo Walcott is making his way back to the dugout area down below us, and his introduction would seem to be imminent as we head for the final half hour. Well, we saw what a devastating impact he could make at Anfield, and getting the words of instruction from Pat Rice.
They've only got 2 players who can change the game for them. So Walcott much more than anybody else, and Bentner, who is a goal scorer. Do something now, and with enough time as well to have a real impact on the game.
Here's Anderson, one of United's substitutes. Has he asked too much of Rooney here? No, he hasn't. But, he couldn't get away from William Gallas. Away by Clichy. Brown. Fabregas beating Anderson to it.
That defensive frailty that United showed at Middlesbrough last week is in evidence again today.
Hargreaves. Maybe thought about winding up for the cross. He was certainly wound up by Gilberto a moment ago. Well, this is the moment for the introduction of Theo Walcott, the man who made such a devastating impact with that wonderful run to create a goal for Adebayor in Anfield in midweek, replacing Emmanuel Aboué. And we talked about the game-changing potential on the Arsenal bench. Theo Walcott clearly their best weapon.
And there's a sign as well that the crowd are nervous at Walcott's introduction, as he was being roundly booed when he took his position on the touchline.
Won't help that he's a Liverpool fan either. An Arsenal free kick.
Wasn't much of a Liverpool fan on Tuesday night, was he?
This is Clichy. Adebayor, arm up, wanted it. And this is Hleb. Shifted away from Carrick. It's Fabregas. Adebayor. Van Persie. Piqué's block. Walcott's first chance. Touré. Arsenal need a goal. They've not scored two in the league at Old Trafford and won the match since 1979. This is Clichy on the surge. It's a great run from him, almost Walcott-esque. Cut out by Piqué. Fabregas was lurking and loitering with considerable intent.
Well, they need to keep United goalless from now on.
Adebayor. Anderson battling hard. And battling fairly. Adebayor not quite. To say the least, he's not one of those on a booking.
Well, he's shown his frustration because he lost that in the physical challenge, and then you could see it coming straight away. Anderson's such a strong boy, put his body in the way. He was never going to retrieve the ball cleanly enough, so just allow him to go towards the touchline. I was saying that, I did that many times myself. That's why I thought Anderson would have been on the pitch from the beginning of the game. Great strength, composure. There he puts his arm and his body in the way, and that was always a yellow card coming.
Arsenal's fifth of the match, and I suppose it wouldn't be Manchester United against Arsenal without one or two physical confrontations. Alex Song underneath it, straight to Ronaldo. And there are times when he's not looked comfortable pitched into the thick of this titanic clash. And the rain lashing down on Old Trafford, and it's certainly poised favourably for Manchester United in terms of the title chase. Chelsea's still a huge obstacle in it, but Arsenal facing elimination from it. Tevez! And that would have been a goal to dream of, and one that would have been replayed time and time again, but just to ride the target.
Great strike from Tevez, laying it covered anyway. If that ball ends up in the back of the net, as a captain, I think any other player on the pitch would be straight over to Alexander Song to give him a real ear bashing. Instead of him clearing the ball down the lines, he's looking for the perfect pass infield. United go straight down and nearly score.
Well, Tevez almost making a relatively instant impact since his introduction. Some meaty challenges. Van Persie's on his haunches at the moment. His injury nightmares began against Manchester United in the clash at the Emirates last season. He's on the ground again. And so a few others at the moment.
Yeah, he's taking a few whacks today, Van Persie. As he knows, he's not 100% fit. Probably every blow is just sapping his energy even more and more.
Adebayor. The draw is not enough for Arsenal. Song sidestepping Ronaldo there.
They just didn't hold the lead long enough to really create any tension for Man United.
Walcott wants it and has got it. Back for Fabregas. Another great opening.
Oh, it is, and all created by the pace of Walcott. Lovely touch inside. Hleb used his body well, reverses the pass, and Fabregas, well, he was certainly getting those on target early in the season. That's another good chance for Arsenal.
13 goals for the season, but they have rather dried up in the second half of the campaign. He's not hit the target today in his 4 attempts. This is Wayne Rooney. No one has enjoyed landing a killer blow on Arsenal more than Wayne Rooney in his career. This is Ronaldo. Walcott receiving possession again, and now Hleb. He's only got Adebayor up at the moment. And the cavalry is arriving, not carrying the fight himself. Clichy involved. Oh, and Wes Brown, and the woodwork coming to United's rescue. Well, Van der Sar has seen his own players put him in the firing up line plenty of times today.
Well, yet again, Alexander Hleb at the heart of all good things coming from Arsenal. Great ball in from Clichy. So much pace on, the slightest touch is dangerous. West Brown off his shin. With Van der Sar, did he get fingertips to it? He did, it's a great save.
Well, it seems his teammates are providing the toughest test for the Dutchman today. Another fantastic save.
I don't think we've seen, sorry Dan, I don't think we've seen the end of the scoring, have we?
Well, we'll see what happens. We're heading into the final quarter of the match. Tevez's touch let him down, but he will get a corner out of it. United will not be satisfied enough with merely eliminating Arsenal from this race. They'll want to win it. This particular match. Hargreaves. Get the better of the WtchMNw in Hargreaves.
Yeah, they will knock the Gunners out of the race with victory. A draw would, well, certainly it would make it virtually impossible, not mathematically for Arsenal to win it, of course, as it brings Chelsea right back into it, and they went out of it anyway, were they?
You could never rule them out with the quality they had at their disposal, their ability to change the team without really weakening it drastically.
We just thought the departure of the special one would ruin Chelsea's chances this season.
They've got the understated one now, haven't they? Avram Grant. This is Hargreaves. Tevez. She's stepping in.
I just wonder if Nicholas Bentner's going to see any action. No, Van Persie's not fit, taking quite a few knocks, as I said today. As well, throw an extra forward. And it will also free up a little bit of space with the likes of Theo Walker, well, him in particular, to decide to change left or right flank. I think if he gets at Wes Brown, who's already on a yellow card, be afraid to bring him down anywhere near the box. Walcott certainly will fancy his chances.
This is Ronaldo, presented straight to him by Jens Lehmann. Well, he wants a free kick, which Howard Webb is not going to oblige him with. Fabregas. Oh, it's cut out by Anderson, who's got such an engine.
And fresh legs as well. All important at this stage.
We've already talked about it. How much do Arsenal have in reserve? Need to find something in the next 20 minutes or so, or their title dreams, barring a mathematical miracle, really, are over. It's Patrice Evra in uncharted territory. Rooney! And Lehmann responds yet again. Well, they've had an almost personal duel, and it's Evra who's fouled by Gilberto, and a free kick right in Ronaldo territory.
Almost the first time in the game they really carved Arsenal open. Rooney goes for power, blasted straight at Jens Lehmann. And Patrice Evra, lovely skill and tricks Gilberto Silva. And this is a chance for United.
Well, it's like Jens Lehmann has never been away. He also had the customary whinge at a referee, which has resulted in a yellow card for him. Well, Hargreaves spotting the ball, but I don't think there are any other candidates than this man.
He's taking a good free kick himself, Owen Hargreaves.
Does indeed, but we've seen the Ronaldo masterclass on a number of occasions here at Old Trafford this season. Can he produce again? It will be Hargreaves! Brilliant! Stunning free kick from Owen Hargreaves, and it may well be the goal which puts Arsenal out of the title race once and for all.
Well, what a moment that could be for Arsenal and for the Championship. Arsenal out, United taking pole position, or taking a firm grab on pole position, and the element of surprise has done it, as everybody thought Ronaldo was going to take that. Hargreaves just one step up. You were right, Dan. He did take it, and what an execution that was.
Well, could Ronaldo have placed it better?
That almost ends up in the side netting. Scored one at Fulham early on in the season. And this could really be the killer blow, certainly for Arsenal. And Sir Alex knows how important that free kick could be.
Well, you look at the Arsenal body language after that went in and the heads were down. It is a real body blow. Do they have enough mentally now to recover from this? Certainly making a fist of it here with Van Persie and Clichy. And even now, come back to wrestle a point from this clash will not be enough to save their title hopes. It's Van Persie. Well, he's had tougher tests today, Van der Sar. Well, you have to believe that's it. Certainly the majority around Old Trafford think it is. And the genuine prospect now of a third successive trophyless season for Arsene Wenger's Arsenal.
Well, this will be the most crushing blow of all, because they led the table for such a long time. But they really have imploded, if you like. I know it's such a harsh word to use. Such a great bunch of footballers. They've just not been able to stay the pace.
Well, with minutes to go at Birmingham earlier in the season, those Arsenal fans we saw were thinking about an 8-point lead at the top of the Premier League. An injury time penalty conceded by Gaël Clichy pegged them back that day, and since then it's been downhill all the way. You can never underestimate Manchester United when they come up on the rails, as they have done again. And at this stage of the season, they do look the strongest force in that Premier League. Chelsea will still have plenty to say about that, but you feel that a 10th Premier League title is close for Sir Alex Ferguson. WtchMNw has been called back to the Arsenal dugout, so he will add to the armoury that Walcott will hope to provide, but there are plenty of glum faces amongst the Arsenal contingent.
Well, you may be bringing him on now, but probably too little too late. Well, why not give the young man 15-20 minutes?
Well, Manchester United will, when they see it again, I would imagine, there weren't too many protests at the time, would have felt aggrieved to go behind to the goal scored by Adebayor, which may have come off the arm. Tale of two handballs, really, because William Gallas handling to concede the penalty. And from then on, Manchester United have wrestled the initiative firmly back. It's Van Persie who will depart. Still nowhere near his sharpest with all his injury problems, and WtchMNw, who is, to say the least, something of a confident character, coming on to make an impact.
It's a shame, fully fit Robin Van Persie. As I said, he's got that ability as well, and how gifted he is to play either side of a forward like Adebayor and give Arsenal much more than he's been able to in recent games.
The final 15 minutes, Arsenal maybe to salvage some pride. They came back from this position to get a draw at the Emirates earlier in the season. This is Ronaldo. He's got Rooney to his left and Tevez to his right, but he's got plenty to beat first. I'll say they're not bad options, are they? Brown. Michael Carrick, who things have been a little different, put aside for Arsenal. 2004, just after the Invincibles had claimed their crown, but Patrick Vieira decided to stay and the move was called off. Alex Song. Rooney really giving Kolo Touré a grilling here and forcing the throw-in.
Well, the third goal would really rub a bag of salt into the wound for Arsenal. And on today's performance, they don't deserve it, but the game is going to become more and more stretched in the final 10-15 minutes.
Well, perhaps not playing at your best and winning is the key to landing those Premier League titles. This is Anderson. And hassled by Fabregas all the way, but it will come to Rooney. And now Ronaldo. One or two party pieces coming out. Well, we saw how frustrated Arsenal got at that with Nani in the 4-0 in the Cup earlier this season.
Yeah, it's not going to go down too well, and I wonder if Arsenal keep their composure as well, they're young players.
Yeah, plenty walking a bit of a disciplinary tightrope. This is Rooney. Into Tevez. You can see what he intended. He still may be able to produce something here, the little Argentinian. They're able to pick it off him. And now Fabregas. Arsenal hoping they can at least salvage something. It's Bentner. He's certainly making terrific progress. It's a wonderful run. And he would have been hoping for a corner there. Certainly
Looked as if
though it was,
yeah.
And finally it's been given. Well, I think the assistant Darren Can on this near side had plenty of influence in that decision.
Oh, quite rightly so. And you can just tell by the way the ball ends up going out of touch, out of play, that just not possible for one player to have played it that way.
Bentner and Adebayor, plenty of aerial weights, but Van der Sar with a very confident claim under pressure, and it could be worse for Arsenal here. It's 3-on-3 at the moment. They survive.
Cristiano Ronaldo was free on the far side.
This is Walcott. Well, Patrice Evra, that was no nonsense. Certainly a character with plenty of guts, Patrice Evra. Carlos Tevez, as Manchester United just look to slow it down and take the heat out of the situation. They have the lead, which many will argue is not a deserved one.
Well, it is if you take your chances. And Arsenal really should have been one goal, maybe even two goals up before half-time. And that would have put him in such a more comfortable position. And forced United, they could have been running away with the game. As it is, it looks like he's going the other way.
And this is Hargreaves, scorer with that wonderful winner at the moment, but there are still more than 10 minutes to play. Patrice Evra. Just keeping possession and taking the sting out of proceedings. Fabregas though to win it back, and Adebayor, who's been as probably good as anyone in the Arsenal attack today. Fabregas, they're outside him. Three in the area, but it's Wes Brown who stands up and wins it back with relative comfort in the end.
Good tackle. But he gave him a chance, Alexander Hleb. For once, his silky feet let him down, just ran it too close to Wes Brown.
And maybe that's a sign of the creeping tiredness in the Arsenal ranks. Ronaldo, it's brilliant stuff again. Apologising to the other options he had in there.
Oh, such a good run and a great flick inside. Quite entitled to shoot from that range and from that angle.
And when you've hit 37 goals for your club in a season, well 38 now, then you're entitled, aren't you? And he's on 41 if you add in the goals he scored for Portugal this season. Advantage played. Arsenal might be a little aggrieved with that, given the situation they had a little earlier. And it comes to nothing. And Piqué with the challenge, and now Tevez. Rooney hoping to get back on side. Don't think he has. No, the flag is up.
No, he's always going to be tight. Just have to gamble Tevez and try and slide it through. Or he moves sideways.
Hleb. Quite given up the ghost, Arsenal, but maybe the belief has drained away from them a little. They've forced another corner here.
They're still plugging away, Arsenal, but just feel even if they do get a couple more chances, they'll be so wasteful this afternoon, and they actually take advantage of it.
Fabregas's delivery, it's Ferdinand who meets it. And now Clichy. Clichy's delivery, Ferdinand again, there's Gilberto, trying to get there in front of Anderson, but was crowded out. And United just can't get it away. Adebayor! Oh, crucial intervention by Ferdinand, he was so unruffled there.
Well, I think he saw it all the way, Rio Ferdinand. United give it away cheaply on the edge of the box. Nobody anywhere near the halfway line, so there was no out ball there. They had to look for the short pass. It's going to be a tense finish as well for the home side. He's run his socks off today, hasn't he, Owen Hargreaves?
And what a way to win it, if indeed it does.
That's a super free kick. Lehmann can do absolutely nothing about that.
Well, everyone was expecting possibly that result. We weren't expecting it from him. Now Ronaldo. Well, only him and Rooney really in contention here. They'll find Rooney. Tevez making ground now. This is Hargreaves. He showed enough of that to Clichy, not quite. He's so strong, Tevez.
Strong and brave. He knows it's coming, he's prepared for the challenge, he's prepared to get himself hurt in order to protect the ball.
Hint of a wrestling match was breaking out there between Song and Rooney. This is Carrick. Brown. Justin Hoyt waiting for his moment to arrive. As though Kolo Touré is departing, and this will be the moment for that change to be made. He doesn't appear to be struggling that much as he makes his way off.
Well, I'm surprised if Justin Hoyt is going to full back, though I'm sure he is. So it's a tough job to handle Cristiano Ronaldo. You're not anywhere near the pace of the game.
It's a tough job if you are.
Well, it is, yeah, but even more difficult when there's only a few minutes remaining.
This is Brown. Into Tevez. That wonderful strike from distance a little earlier. Gilberto was not going to allow him the opportunity again. Now Walcott in full flight. Bentner. Trying to feed it back to Theo Walcott. Fabregas to keep it alive. Hoyt's first involvement's an attacking one. In towards Nicholas Bentner. Van der Sar able to hold on.
Oh, he's got to do better, Bentner. It's a big lad, it's a great ball in from Fabregas. There's not a lot of pace on the ball, but he really hangs out well enough. He steals a march from Rio Ferdinand. He's got to power that header right back across goal. Prefer that right over the bar. Lovely pick out from Fabregas. That's a poor attempt. I think he's just on the way down as the ball reaches him.
Just escapes the young Dane's clutches again, but that was a real opportunity for him.
Arsenal can have no complaints today if they end up with nothing. They've had a hatful of chances.
They seem to have found a much more ruthless edge in the early part of the season, Arsenal. Certainly has disappeared in recent weeks.
Even then, Dan, they weren't punishing teams as much as they should have done.
And this is Adebayor. Clichy. Van der Sar forced into some evasive action. And still not away yet. Fabregas. And now Hoyt. And Gilberto coming in.
Well, that's not an easy chance by any stretch of the imagination. Thought he tipped it over, Edwin van der Sar. Luckily when Rooney was there, at least he would have gone for a corner. Well, the two United substitutions have had a massive impact on the game. Anderson and Carlos Tevez. Here's the third one coming.
Well, it's not a bad bench to have, is it? and Ryan Giggs searching personally for his 10th title. He's out on his own in that respect. And also closing in on Bobby Charlton's appearance record by the weeks. This is Tevez. Hargreaves battling. Clichy trying to rob him, but Tevez so competitive. Walcott. And he's looking to just flick that switch and get away. Bentner. Kleb. In towards Adebayor. And Arsenal make another opportunity.
Poor cross. Oh, it's an awful cross from Kleb. There's so much time as well to come back on his stronger side.
Well, Arsenal still making the effort. They've not laid down and died here. But we are heading into the final 2 minutes of normal time. Stoppages to come. Hoyt getting it back from Kleb. Bentner.
Oh, they're overplaying Nicholas Bentner. You're 12 yards from goal, man. Just take a touch and open yourself out and have a strike on goal. Looking for the perfect pass and a perfect finish.
That's the old criticism of Arsenal. Ivan Needle stuff there. And this is Ronaldo, pretty much all on his own. This is Hoyt. Giggs still waiting to come on. Fabregas. Kleb. Hassled off it by Carrick, but hassled off it unfairly. And the midfielder is on a booking.
Yeah, it's worth a challenge. It's worth taking a free kick just to take the steam out of the game.
It's the cue for Giggs' arrival and the cue for the departure of the man whose stunning free kick is the difference between the two sides. Owen Hargreaves departing as we head into the final minute of the 90. The 3 added minutes. And Ryan Giggs at 34. Cooking up his 751st appearance for Manchester United. Fabregas' ball in, and Bentner forces Van der Sar into a save.
Oh, I've lost count of the amount of opportunities, Dan. It's another great opportunity for Nicholas Bentner, and it's not a great attempt. I know he gets it on time. He's been pulled by Cristiano Ronaldo, but yet again he should be going back across goal. He heads it into the ground and gives Van der Sar a chance.
Van der Sar comes again. He's really played his part today. Some wonderful saves. It's going to be 4 minutes of added time. An extra minute and maybe more punishment for Arsenal. Clichy has still got plenty in the tank, as you can see. It was rather a lunge from Rooney, wasn't it? Adebayor. If he'd taken his first half opportunities, how different it could be. He took one at the start of the second. Well, Rooney's getting a little hot-headed here.
Well, he felt that Adebayor lunged in at him with stud showing. Well, if he did, he took the ball.
Arsenal battling more to save a bit of pride than anything else now, with just over 3 minutes of the added time remaining. And Adebayor has gone down rather easily there.
Surely that's handball from West Brown. It's accidental. And stopping Arsenal recovering the ball.
Anderson. Now Rooney. Again, just slow the pace. Well, when United have had their opportunities from the penalty spot, the wonderful Hargreaves free kick, they have taken them. And Arsenal lost count of the number of opportunities on goal they've had today, decent ones. And Rooney's frustration building and building.
Well, he's a guy who never gives up, never stops trying. Wayne Rooney doesn't accept any decision against him, does he?
And the Old Trafford crowd baying for the final whistle. They look to have got the victory in the latest instalment of this increasingly bitter feud.
Arsenal just desperate to salvage something, a draw. The win is out of the question now.
This is Clem. Into Walcott. Brown, Giggs and Everett for company, and he's fed Clichy here. Adebayor and Bentner in the middle. It's Bentner looking to attack it. It was Piqué who won it. And Ronaldo picking up the pieces, and he may well do more than that, although he's up against 3 Arsenal players here. And heading straight for the corner. Rooney looking for Giggs, who's got half of Old Trafford to himself here. Tevez.
Good play from United. We're stretching the game, forcing Arsenal to cover lots of ground to try and recover the ball.
Tevez. Brown. And a little flick from Tevez. And into the final minute. Is there to be a final flourish here for United? Standing ovation for their display of keep ball here.
That's all they need to do, United. No showboating, no real time-wasting tactics in the corner. You just invite him to have yourself kicked.
Gilberto there conceding a free kick.
Yeah, he's given away lots of those today, Gilberto. He's been slightly off the pace of the game, and it's his tackle really that led to the free kick, and led to Man United's winner, surely.
And it looks as though it's all over for Arsene for another year. The 3rd year in a row, it looks as if there'll be no silverware heading to the Arsenal trophy cabinet. And Ronaldo felled cruelly. And a booking for Justin Hoyt, and it means now that Arsenal have racked up 6 yellow cards today, and the FA will be having more than words. They'll be issuing them with a fine.
Well, we don't like to see anybody being kicked, but Ronaldo had that coming, didn't he? Dancing feet. I'm just surprised that Hoyt kept his composure for so long.
It's a 2-horse race for the title now. Arsene Wenger's Arsenal surely eliminated here. Cristiano Ronaldo's penalty equaliser turning the game in United's favour. We expected him to apply a stunning free kick later on, but it was Owen Hargreaves who took it and dispatched it brilliantly. And William Gallas's team now need an absolute mathematical miracle. Their chances are, in all probability, gone. Some forlorn faces in Arsenal colours. Manchester United jubilant. They've widened the gap on Chelsea tonight as well to 6 points. It's a vital win for Manchester United in their tilt for a 10th Premier League title. Arsenal's dreams have been shattered here. The final score, Manchester United 2, Arsenal 1.